Hi, Netherwood. It's Wednesday, February 10th, and I want to share a couple of things with you. I recently read an article by an athlete, a female athlete. She's very good. She's won some national championships, had been training, at the time she wrote the article, had been training for the Olympics. And she shared some things about dealing with adversity. And so I thought a couple of things actually jumped out at me when she got to this point in the article where it said that doing something can make you blind to the fact that obstacles are really opportunities in disguise. She said you should be open to the lessons of experiences that may arise as a result of this, quote, diversion. Consider that it may even be necessary for you to go through this challenge in order to reach your ultimate goal or potential. Well, that reminded me, as it probably does you, of what we see and read in James chapter 1. 2 through 4, verses 2 through 4, James said, "Consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials, because you know that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And let endurance have its full effect so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing." So she had been talking about goals and not reaching those goals, and that there are a lot of obstacles that we run into, or that she would run into, no pun intended. And it might be, a stress fracture or getting bronchitis as she's training or getting ready for a big race day, things like that. So what were the lessons that this probably non-Christian person, we've heard lessons from James chapter 1 many times about trials, but what about somebody that's not in the church? What do they learn? So her lessons were one, that you should just, in the beginning, go ahead and acknowledge the disappointment. Don't dwell there too long, get over it, but don't deny it in the beginning that it's a disappointment. I think we do something similar, and especially through prayer. Something bothers us. We acknowledge that disappointment and we take it to God in prayer. So I think that's one of the main reasons why God gave us prayer, so we can talk to him about our disappointments. 2, she says that obstacles, as I already read, are opportunities in disguise. And again, that they may even be required for growth. That's exactly what James tells us here. Knowing that the testing of our faith produces endurance. And so maybe that's really easy for us to see right now with this whole COVID-19 problem. The overall problem itself maybe is teaching us a lesson, preparing us for something down the road. Maybe we are going through problems because of COVID-19 that are preparing us. It could be loss of a job or income. It could be separation from family. Maybe we're missing out on birthdays and anniversaries or even funerals, things like that. Maybe we've had to step up and work even harder, some of us. Some of us or some of you that are in the health profession maybe have had to put in a lot of extra hours or whatever. But so COVID or specific things that have happened because of COVID may be giving us experiences that we need to grow, to move on. And then the third thing she said was that goals are not just there to be, we don't just make goals to achieve them, which sounds funny. But she says that early in her career, that's what she thought. And so that not achieving a goal was devastating, because that was the whole point of the goal, was to hit it. But she says she learned that goals are more like plugging a destination into a GPS. It puts you on a path or a trajectory. So for us, I think, this is Christianity, and this is church. It having this belief, having this walk, trying to be Christ-like has definitely put us on a path. And we may not hit every goal along the way. We may decide that we want to read the Bible every day, or we want to pray every day, or whatever. We may put together little goals like that, or have them in the back of our minds. Maybe we don't even say them out loud. And missing one of those could make us feel really bad. But just think of the path that it's put us on, right? For us, most of us, if you're watching this video, most of us are at Netherwood, right? So we've come there, we've made friends there. We have all of those things to share, people that we know, beliefs, and then all of the benefits of being in a church, having helping one another, getting the opportunity to serve, that sort of thing. So achieving the goal is not necessarily always the point of the goal. One of the things she says at the beginning of the article, actually, is that she realized these things because she had accumulated knowledge and experience. And to me, that's the definition, one of the definitions maybe, of wisdom. So I think when you look in James, it's no coincidence that after he says that we should consider it joy when we go through trials because they make us stronger and prepare us for things down the road. But the very next thing he says is verse 5, now if any of you lacks wisdom, he should ask God, who gives to all generously and ungrudgingly, and it will be given to him. He follows up the fact that trials are good for us with we should ask God for wisdom, because it takes wisdom to understand that trials, something negative, is beneficial for us. So there you go. Hang in there. We'll get through this. Thanks.